Long before Floyd Mayweather Jr. became one of the greatest defensive fighters in boxing history, another Mayweather stepped into the ring against a living legend. Most fans know Floyd Mayweather Sr. as the father and trainer behind an all-time great. But in 1978, he was an undefeated contender with dreams of becoming champion himself. Standing across from him was a young superstar who would become one of the greatest welterweights ever to live, Sugar Ray Leonard. What followed was a masterclass in skill, survival, and the brutal difference between being great and being legendary. At the time, both men were rising prospects in the welterweight division. Leonard was rapidly becoming boxing's newest sensation. Fast, explosive, charismatic. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather Sr. was building a reputation of his own. Tall, slick, defensive, intelligent. He used the style that boxing fans would later recognize instantly, the Philly shell. Mayweather Sr. fought from a bladed stance, keeping his lead hand low and his rear hand high. It allowed him to bait opponents into mistakes and counter them with sharp, accurate punches. Years later, his son would use a more refined version of the same style to dominate boxing for decades. The fight begins, and Mayweather Sr. immediately takes center ring. He pressures Leonard and forces him onto the back foot. It was an unexpected start. Most opponents respected Leonard's speed. Floyd chose to challenge it. Early on, Mayweather's jab found success. Fast, sharp, annoying. Every time Leonard tried to establish rhythm, Floyd was there disrupting it. The underdog wasn't intimidated. He wasn't overwhelmed. He came to fight. But Sugar Ray Leonard wasn't just fast. He was a problem solver. He spent the opening round studying Mayweather's defense, looking for patterns, looking for weaknesses, looking for openings that others couldn't see. Leonard quickly recognized something important. Attacking Mayweather's head with basic combinations wasn't working. The Philly shell was built to shut down predictable offense, so Leonard made an adjustment. Instead of targeting the head, he began attacking the body. Suddenly, the fight started changing. Leonard stepped to angles, fired jabs downstairs, forced Mayweather to react, forced him to defend, and every reaction gave Leonard new information. Then came the first major breakthrough. Floyd extended a jab, Leonard slipped inside and answered with clean counters. The punches landed flush. For the first time in the fight, Mayweather looked hurt. Leonard sensed it immediately. Great fighters recognize weakness. All-time great fighters attack it without hesitation. Sugar Ray increased the pace and began putting combinations together. The crowd could feel the momentum shifting. To his credit, Mayweather Sr. refused to fold. Round after round, he kept fighting back. He landed counters. He used movement. He showed the toughness that would later become a family trademark. Every time Leonard appeared ready to pull away, Floyd found a way to survive. But survival against Sugar Ray Leonard was never easy. Leonard possessed a level of athleticism few fighters in history could match. His hands were faster, his combinations were sharper, his timing was nearly perfect. As the middle rounds unfolded, Leonard began exposing the limitations of the Philly shell. When Floyd kept the lead hand low, Leonard attacked around it. When Floyd raised a high guard, Leonard punished the body. Every adjustment created another opening. By now, Mayweather Sr. was being forced into survival mode. The confidence was still there, the heart was still there, but Leonard's pressure was becoming impossible to ignore. Even when hurt, Floyd continued fighting. He answered with counters. He stood his ground. He refused to surrender. It was the kind of determination that would later define the Mayweather name. Then came one of the fight's defining moments. Mayweather landed a clean hook. Leonard absorbed it, adjusted instantly, and fired back with a devastating counter of his own. The exchange perfectly captured the difference between a very good fighter and a generational talent. As the later rounds arrived, the outcome was becoming clear. Leonard was faster, stronger, more accurate, yet Floyd remained standing. He kept trying, kept fighting, kept surviving. In the final round, Sugar Ray unleashed everything. Combination after combination crashed through Mayweather's defense. The referee stepped in and administered a standing count. Leonard smelled the finish. The crowd roared as the future superstar poured on the pressure. When the fight was finally over, Sugar Ray Leonard had earned another victory on his journey toward greatness. But the story didn't end there. Floyd Mayweather Sr. would never become the champion many believed he could be. Life outside the ring pulled him down a different path. His boxing career would eventually fade, but his knowledge never did. Years later, that knowledge would be passed to a young boy named Floyd Mayweather Jr. The son would become a global superstar. The father would become one of boxing's most influential teachers. And while Sugar Ray Leonard proved too much for Floyd Mayweather Sr. that night, the lessons learned inside that ring would help shape one of the greatest boxing minds the sport has ever seen.